Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently being prepared on by the Galactic Uvzant Autocracy. So they're likely to declare on us within about 2 years here. Let's go into Earth here. We need a job. We have a building slot available. We're doing fine on all of this, although we could definitely use more volatile motes. A chemical plant is tempting, and we'll do that for right now. We may change that a little bit later on. On Widra, I definitely think we upgrade to an alloy megaforge if we're going to get those chemical plants. That will assist on our alloy generation. We need a lot of alloys. No doubt about that. A ruler here, we need to demote. That's all we need there. And that's the same story here. Perfect. Okay. So as far as our star bases go, we know that we've got the Arras station being worked on. Arcturus is good to go. Franfrid being worked on. That should be fine. Wanya will be okay. Approximately. Breslin is fine. Eiffel should be okay for the time being. Niza Taram, that should be okay as well. Eldorok should be okay. So we've then got our trade hubs. All of these should be fine. Rankshan is the main one that wouldn't be fine, but that's okay for now. Wumjium is okay, Achenar, Jit, Procyon, and Hiklam. And of course, there's our shipyards. There's not a lot that we can do there as of right now. So the Atlantic is just kind of chilling for the moment. I would love to finish off this hyperlane up this way, but we just can't. We need to think about our war plan for the Uvzant. Where is their main base at? Up here. Okay. They've got this wormhole, and we don't know where it goes. Other than that, I'm not seeing any major ways for them to get to us super quickly. No one's opened the L cluster yet. The only question is, does that wormhole connect to Elthier? We have to know. So we're going to go explore that, and then come back and assist again at Jurup. Other than that, that's the only wormhole in our territory, correct? Correct. That appears to be the case. So from here, we could begin upgrading this station. It's going to be slow. It's not going to be ready in time. But we need to know where this wormhole goes. We can cancel that later. It's not a big deal. But we need to get it started. Okay. We're also slowly working on getting our fleets up to scratch. Emphasis on slowly. The first fleet is actually at full strength. So is the second fleet. We managed to get those all queued up. That's good. There's no way the third and fourth are anywhere even close. So yeah, we're lacking 25-28 there. We know that we managed to get a lot of investment over the last episode into that fleet, so that's good. We're on normal speed. We'll move that up to fastest. Destroyer hull points. That's great. Cruiser hull points will be next. Anything that boosts up our power level and makes these guys not actually want to fight us. Superior equivalent superior. Okay. That's looking good. And the Great Zadran Mandate have rivaled us. For now, that's fine. Now, out over here, we have no real way to get over here. So we need to think about our actual war plan, right? We would like to take over all of this Uvzant territory over here. So, the third fleet is positioned here. There's also this pocket of it. How are their relations with the Scanurian? They are rivaled. So the Scanurians are very unlikely to let them through. Okay, in that case, we should not have to defend Arcturus. Which means that we're going to take the first fleet out to Franfrid. From there, we'll hit out over here. The commonality may leave their borders open. I'm not sure. We'll see. If that's the case, we can hit up over here and come down this way. Try to take this pocket over. We would also... The Zadran are out over here. What is their opinion of the Scanurians? Or not the Scanurians. The Scanurians, they're a bulwark under the Scanurians. Okay, so they're likely to take their cues that way. So we're going to take the 4th Fleet to Niza Taram. Taking Isum and Atun will be extremely high priorities here. Taking over this pocket and this pocket. Well, maybe not this stuff. I doubt we can get up here. But taking that over will be our first goal, unless this wormhole connects to our wormhole. We need to know. We need to know where that wormhole connects. So let's tick on forward here. That'll all be great. And this generator world here, yeah, we need that demotion. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. This mining station, we need a job, and it's an Uthabulin. Uthabulin? It's maybe a little late to change it to Uthabulin, but it's probably a Uthabulin. Let's go ahead and put in a commercial zone here. I don't love it, but it'll do.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Quantum catapult is done, but that's no longer super necessary. Defense grid supercomputer we're not going for. Plasma cannons would mostly just be a reroll, and if we're going for that, planetary shields is the way to go. Tech-wise, we're equivalent with these guys. Okay. Elthier goes to Larbo, which is up in the kingdom of Yonderim. Which probably doesn't have any skin in this game. It's possible that they make their way over... Okay, so to go from Uvzant space, they'd have to come over here, make their way out this direction, come up over this way, come around all the way over to here, and then come in through this area over here, through the Azantian Assembly, come down all the way over here, and then go to Hellsmaw. Or not Hellsmaw. It was Larbo over here. That's a very long shot. I think that they don't do that, and so we're going to save those alloys, and we're going to put those alloys directly into the 4th Fleet. Is that looking for its Titan? It must be. We'll put it into the 2nd. There we go. Cool. Zadran mandate revoked their assembly, or rather their embassy. Yes, that's to be expected. No problem whatsoever there. Having a 4th Fleet would be very, very nice. No doubt about that. The 3rd Fleet is chilling in Arras right now. So we'd have the 3rd here. The 2nd, or rather the 4th, will be in Niza Taram. The 2nd is currently in Egil Rarvis. We should send it over to Region, actually, because I would like it to hit down over here. I want to hit this stuff hard and fast. If this war ends up breaking out, it's possible that our military buildup will scare them. We'll see. We're building a lot right now. And our defenses are quite strong. So we'll see what they think about that. Like, we can pivot this kind of on a dime, and that'll be great. So those chemical plants will be done here. On this Forge world, we absolutely get a planetary capital. That will allow us, once that finishes, to put in our Ministry of Production, which will boost our alloy generation even higher, which will be great. We require additional alloys, after all. Have we colonized this world? Yes, we have. Okay. Excellent. Gilprim Prime. Now, this is a Forge world here, and we absolutely put in an alloy megaforge. Our volatile motes are even at this moment, so I'm going to put in another chemical plant to help support that. Cool. We're still pumping out these colony ships. We're not fully done with that yet. Assault army damage looks good. From here, defense army health would be pretty decent. Only 4 months on that.
The conquest of a new world has begun.
Excellent. They're still thinking about declaring on us. 2364, 08, 18, or sooner. We should probably start working on getting a spy network here. So we'll work on that. We'll see what we can get done there. Hopefully we can get more relevant intel on this. Probably should have done that earlier, to be honest. Yeah, we're still waiting on that demotion there.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Planetary shield generators. Okay, nothing amazing here. We'll go for the Sapient Combat AI. It'll probably cause problems later. This factory world can definitely get a planetary administration. Cool. And eventually, we're going to want to put an alloy foundry on here. I'm going to actually swap this from a factory world over to a forge world. We're going to be close on our consumer goods, but that'll be reasonable for the time being. Okay. All of these stations are looking reasonably fine.
The conquest
I'm just checking in here. Yeah, we're doing okay there. How about an Egel Rarvis? How are things looking here? Crew quarters and Star Fortress all still a ways away.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Space amoebas out over here. Okay, noted. Naval cap? Are we going to need it? We actually are. We would need naval cap. Because looking at this, if we've got 4 fleets of this, that'll be 840. So, yeah, we could definitely use more naval cap. We'll go ahead and grab that. Cool. I do want to grab our surveyor if we can. 27 days on that. Okay, let's wait that out. 15 more days.
The conquest of a new world has begun.
Excellent. Okay. +5 society research. For now, we're going to tell this guy to just automate construction. There we go. Beautiful. So we're pumping out the ships still. We've got 3.2k, and this should go into the 4th fleet. I believe that was a Titan there. So that'll take a while to construct, right? Probably won't be done. Scanurians are also planning to declare on us. Well, that's rude if they both declare on us. We'd be able to take on one or the other. I would rather fight the Uvzant autocracy, I feel like. Let's work on improving relations with the Scanurians. What else can we potentially do here? They're very angry. Well, they're not going to be ready until 6 months later. Hopefully, the AI won't pile on to us like that. We'll see. We'll see what they're thinking.
The conquest of a new world has begun.
Excellent. So we've got additional colonizations happening here. We're continuing to scale up. And that's exactly what we want to do. Another thing we could potentially think about is making friends with somebody. But we said at the beginning of this, Armenia stands alone. So Armenia stands alone. That's what we've got to live with. Okay. I mean, we could think about maybe a defensive pact with, I don't know, maybe like these guys. They're cordial to us. What would they think about that? They are actually a protectorate under the allied Adnoran systems, who are pathetic. That's interesting. They must be focusing on their economy. What about the Karelian Foundation? These guys are hostile. There aren't that many friendly people. That's for sure. They're dismissive of us. Well, okay. It's fine for now. We are negative in our energy credits at this moment. That's not that big of a deal. We'll look to fix that for sure. But for now, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, cruiser hull points coming up is huge. Let's look at improved strike craft here. 6 months on that. And we're just looking to scale up our military power at this point to make at least one of these guys think about backing off. These guys are now down to superior towards us, and actually so are these. We're certainly catching up to them. That's very, very good. We're expanding our shipyards and pumping out the ships. We're a little bit over halfway done at this point with our ship production. We will continue to reinforce this fleet, and hypothetically, can we buy in additional alloys? Not very many, I don't think. Possibly a few. So, yeah, that would be reasonably fine. Something along the lines of that. And then we use that to buy in, like, a couple hundred alloys. It's not very many. And then we would sell off some additional food in order to stay afloat for a little while here. That energy credits issue is definitely a major one right now. What can we do about that? We're minus 54, and a large amount of this is going into... Actually, it's kind of even. Mostly ships, I suppose. Which is fair enough. We're building a lot of them. No doubt about that. But it's fine. It's reasonably fine. We need another 56,000 alloys, though. Yikes. That's a lot. So these marauders no longer exist. That's fine. And we definitely do need to think about boosting up our income. We've got some income boosters on the way. And we can always sell off some of our, like, dark matter to get by. Dark matter is always a good sale piece. But for now, it is what it is.
Has begun.
Elthier Prime is a generator world. We could certainly put in commercial zones here to produce trade value. Now, keep in mind that our trade policy is on wealth creation, and that's our only option. So we're working on gathering all of that up. How much piracy do we have out this way? Probably a lot. Yeah, quite a lot of piracy. So we can see that we're not getting a lot of our trade value. Due to Unimar. So like right here. Yeah, that would make some sense. We could think about getting a patrol fleet to try to patrol this. That would cost alloys. And we're expecting this war declaration to be in a couple of months. Okay. For the moment, we'll tick forward. It kind of is what it is right now. Yeah, there's not a lot we can do about that, other than hope that they don't declare on us when it says that they're going to. Fingers crossed on that one, but for the time being, let's get this done. I was not expecting necessarily to be attacked at this time, but here we are. Okay, that's not us, for sure. And I'm definitely going to sell off more exotic gases to keep us afloat here. Just selling more of generally everything for right now. And let's continue that reinforcement. Okay. We expect them to declare on 4/18 in like 17 days here. So, let's get into position. We're going to head up over here. We are going to head down over here. We are going to head in over here. And we're going to bring in our army as well. And what was our fourth one? Right, it was up here. These guys are only 2 corvettes. That could take a bit to get that fully online. We're still working on ramping up our production. So let's see if they declare on us when it's expected or not. Well, we've already made it past when we expected them to declare. That's a good sign. But let's see if it's a good enough sign. They're still considered superior to us. We definitely appear to be outproducing them, though. Because we've been massively catching up with them. So that might give them some pause.
Foes have
Nope.
mustered the courage for
It did not.
war.
So they're looking to vassalize us. Fascinating. Okay. So, on Alpha Centauri, we're going to start recruiting some clone armies here. These guys will do. Okay, we're also going to do that on Sol. So, let's recruit a few of these guys here as well. Different clone army, but it's fine. Okay, we'll call that good for the time being. We need to set our war goals. And we need to make claims. So, what are we going for here? We are absolutely going for these two worlds. 100%. I would like to clean up... Actually, it kind of doesn't matter if we take this. Cleaning up this up here would be amazing. Something like all of that. So they're going to immediately attack Subra. Okay. I don't know if they can get in through the Scanurians. I'd highly doubt it. So for the time being, I'd like to pop back over this direction and work on cleaning up everything out over here, ideally. We have 830 influence right now. So we grab something like that. We'll make those claims, and we will set our Conquer war goal as our war goal. Beautiful. Next, we're going to attack here. We're going to attack here. We're going to attack with the second fleet out over this direction. And the third fleet is very small. There's no doubt about that. But we're going to head out over here. We don't see them having any substantial forces in this area. These guys are here. I'm assuming that they can attack Subra, but they cannot attack Iriani. Or they cannot go through Iriani, rather. That's what we're assuming. Hopefully those assumptions are correct. But this war looks relatively free, as long as the Scanurians don't also declare on us. That is the primary concern at this time, and we'll see if they get around to doing that. Hopefully they don't. So let's go ahead and run this forward a little bit. I was going to put a cut in here because it was a good time, but we're a little bit early on that, so I think we'll hold off on that for the moment. Improved strike craft looks good. Exotic gas refineries, mega cannons, whirlwind missiles. We'll go with whirlwind missiles. Cool.
Beginning attack run
So
on
now
enemy
we're going
station.
to move these guys in to enter orbit over
Beginning attack
Snarabu.
run on enemy station. Beginning
And this will be
attack
quite
run on
free.
enemy station. They are assaulting our spaceport.
Yeah, we fully expected that they're going to attack Subra. That was 100% going to happen. So we're going to make our way up over this direction, and then we're going to head up over like that. Cool. The fourth fleet is going to need to go attack Isum as soon as possible. And we're keeping an eye over here. Hopefully they can't attack Iriani. If we see them go into the Scanurian Commonwealth, we will be upset. Very upset indeed. Also, if the Scanurians do actually declare on us, we'll be pretty upset about that too. But we'll see on that one. For the time being, let's just proceed. So actually, we do see some of their armies popping out through this wormhole. Noted. In that case, we will hit Lishval and then return to Franfrid. With their fleets popping out here, we'll need to deal with them. And Franfrid will be by far a better location for us to do that than out out over here. So that'll be fine. Now is approximately time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see if we can win this war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.